You're watching the U.S. Marines NIBC Series, part of the Metro Classic. It is the first year of this elite high school basketball conference, and it wraps up this week in Toms River, New Jersey. Sunrise Christian from Kansas, the top-ranked team in America, has its eye on the league title. They match up with Bishop Walsh from Cumberland, Maryland. December, he's joined by Allen Robinson, Jason Rivera-Torres, who battled injuries last month. And as for Sunrise Christian, it's Dick, Hunter, Middleton, Corin, and Mark Mitchell, the other McDonald's All-American for Sunrise, who is committed to Duke.
5 high major prospects start for Sunrise.
It's like the number 1 team in the country or something. And they have earned that ranking in the NIBC, which has some of the best high school teams in America. They've won 5 in a row. Sunrise Christian in conference play, their only loss of the season to Montverde on December 4th. Scotty Middleton, a ranked junior, off the mark from 3.
But schools that are at the bottom of the conference, Bishop Walsh, Wasatch, they are capable for upsets.
Think about Milton at the Hoop Hall. They had all kinds of delays heading into that Camden game. You know, it affects you the first quarter, I think.
Bobby Clinton with the 3, an outstanding shooter for Sunrise. I think it really can affect you in the first quarter, and then once you get the sweat going and the rhythm of the game, I don't think fatigue becomes much of a factor.
Sunrise started 0 of 4 from the field before that 3 by Clinton. The Swede, Mike Williams III, pure with the jumper. The junior from Baltimore.
If you look at time of possession, I think Bishop Walsh is winning that category, but they can't make a shot because of the defense of Sunrise.
Mark Mitchell sticking with the play. The putback is good and 1.
Mark Mitchell just relentless on the offensive glass. Look at his versatility. Straight line driver at 6'9". Misses. See the way he catches it high off the offense.
He just got voted into the McDonald's All-American game. What I was a little surprised at is that he put it on social media and the people around him allowed that. I'm not sure that's the right way to express yourself, but you can certainly think that about yourself.
Leighton Blocker hitting the 3 for Sunrise Christian. Maybe the dam's starting to open up. Offensive foul against Mike Williams III. Bobby Clinton.
And he plays with confidence and he plays with flow. He's not hunting his own shot, but he knows he has to score for Bishop Walsh.
Scotty Middleton, such an energizer.
You know, I like that Mark Mitchell feels that way about himself. I really do. I think the best thing for him and all players, big 3-point shot in the corner. But for all players that don't like their ranking, then I would say to them is, instead of complaining, think about improving. Because when you complain about something, you usually don't get better at it.
The rankings process at ESPN. You're the national director of recruiting. It's a tale as old as time. Everyone is confident in their game. They believe they're the best.
And don't forget, there's guys outside the 100 that think they should be in the 100.
Of course, it never stops. And those that are in the top 20 think they should be in the top 10. 3 to shoot. Mikey Allen on the drive. Tough shot over Mitchell. Didn't touch the rim. Mitchell working hard defensively.
6'7", so they have across-the-board size and athletes with great skill.
3 to go in the quarter. Dylan Hunter raised the rim. Mitchell is there to clean it up. Mark Mitchell might not be happy with his ranking, but he's got to be happy with what he did in the first quarter.
McDonald's All-Americans are top 100 players. They weren't even considered high major recruits at this stage.
Coaches in the NIBC preach that to their players because they have the ultimate goal of playing in the NBA. It should not be the zenith of what they do in basketball at the high school level.
I mean, just think about the kids that didn't make McDonald's.
Dylan Hunter hammers it.
And they have been tenacious on defense. Look at all the black shirts inside the paint. Mitchell with the awareness to push it ahead. They take the ball off the glass or from a steal or a turnover. Closeout, the anticipation. He fights through the screen.
And the impact.
And that's who he is. He's a guy who's going to impact the game whether he shoots it or not. But when his shot-making ability is on, and it's on most of the time. Look at that charge he took.
Offensive foul on T.J. Robinson. Yet again, Dick making the defensive play.
You want to know why he cracked the top 10? Yeah, his jump shot put him there, but look at the defense. He took that right on the chin and the chest. Put my body in there. to help my team.
Dick, a Kansas product from Wichita. He always dreamed of playing for the Jayhawks. Grew up going to games, and he didn't wait long to commit to Kansas. Mitchell. Rivera-Torres off the mark. Hunter the outlet. Cam Corrin gathers and puts it in.
Middleton type, long-range shooter who's a playmaker with toughness.
Dick from the perimeter. He knocks it down. You see the shot
Bishop
in.
Walsh just trying to make something happen. And Grady Dick makes things happen. Uday, people in Kansas are going to love him.
George Christian, where he coached a guy by the name of Kevin Durant. The reason Bishop Walsh is in the NIBC is really because of Dan Preet and his pedigree.
Really impacted the game in other ways, and your team has just been on a roll. Talk to me about your approach after that travel delay.
Yeah, we've been great. Coming back from just different adversities, obviously not that big, but actually kind of big. Getting us here with a snowstorm in Kansas. We had to drive to Oklahoma City like 2.5 hours, and then we started at 9 a.m. and then got in here probably like 11 p.m. So it was all day travel, but coach got us ready, watched film, everything, just like normal, and got out there and start playing good.
It's been airtight for Sunrise.
Bishop Walsh shooting 4 of 22 and 0 of 9 from 3. 4 of 22 is 18%. Cam Corrin got his own miss, and he banks it in.
First half, but give Sunrise all the credit for that.
And if Sunrise builds to a 35-point lead, we'll have a running clock. Mark Mitchell, reverse slam. Mitchell in the open floor.
They're just suffocating defensively. He almost hit his head on the rim. Always be better, whether it's in the low post or behind the three-point line. But he is a good switch defender. He can cover a guard right off the dribble. Nice take.
Player in the country, didn't make the McDonald's game, but in a display of that character, he made a post initially expressing his disappointment.
Athleticism in the past, they were heavy on that. The class that Hubert Davis is bringing in, highly skilled. Tyler Nickel, great three-point shooter. I love their point guard, Seth Trimble, a leader, a shooter, and a winner. And Jalen Washington is a big, skilled, powerful. Now Grady Dick has to take his game to another level, because when he steps on the court at Kansas, he has this huge ranking out of high school. Top
Freshman who can step on the floor immediately.
I think guys that now are those impact players. You mentioned it. It's been the best class they've had in years. They had to get through a cloud with the NCAA. I think that hasn't been finalized yet, but I think it's just about over. And I think this class is the one that puts Kansas, keeping them in the top of the Big 12.
Dick, money from the outside, his third 3.
Size stronger, gets up into him in a game. Well, you know what? He's got to cut a little bit harder. He's got to come off a screen a little bit faster.
And Scotty Middleton, your 6th. I did laugh, though. We asked him earlier this season, so what did you teach Kevin Durant? Preet says, not one thing. I just got to watch him.
And he's honest.
That bounces in for Layden Block. Blocker again from the corner. Count it, another triple.
And Bishop Walsh, they could play zone if they want and just kind of hang in a zone. They're all guarding man-to-man.
Middleton the turnaround. Blocker, offensive board, and the putback.
Or you're looking for silly highlights. SportsCenter next, place to be. And they get him up there so fast from different games. Top 10 player in the class of 2022, making threes and blocking threes. And stepping in on the weak side to take the charge. You can always count on Dick to make outside shots. Always ready to shoot it. He's got great shot preparation and mechanics. His shot quality is outstanding. He only takes open ones, but when he does take tough twos or tough threes that are contested, he knocks those down at a high percentage.
Grady Dick, the subject of our Chipotle Players Spotlight, headed to Kansas, top 10 player in the country. Check out his Chipotle order, Paul G, who we'll see coming up here on ESPNU. The 70-22 lead. Armand Bakta banks it. I guess he's fine.
I mean, that's a deep three-point shot off the glass. Everybody's happy for Sunrise.
I don't care that he didn't call bank. Jason Rivera-Torres with the steal for Bishop Walsh. And
Give him the charge. Give Bakhta the charge.
There.
Watch 4 in the black. He'll step in right here. Now that's a guy who just went down from a collision. Well, for IMG is Noah Batchelor. He has shot the ball really well this season.
Keita rattles it in. And the bench explodes at another reserve getting in the scorebook.
IMG without Jaden Bradley.
Offensive rebound after offensive rebound in the final seconds. Sunrise couldn't put it in. And neither can Bishop Walsh. That does it. Sunrise Christian, the #1 team in the nation, rolling past Bishop Walsh.